If you are a ref or an NSO, it is picture time. Please direct yourself underneath the stars and stripes for the official's picture. All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, skating fans and family, to our Arizona B team, Arizona Rising, versus the Angel City Derby Rocket Queens. I'm going to run through the roster really quick. I'll start with the Arizona Rising roster. We have Ham Weezy with 008, Chelsea Winkle with 01, Zero Fox with 0X, Frida with 10, Kapulani Kaupuiki in 12, 1547 is Sassy Mean Claudine, number 21 is RC Autobot, 211 Corona Slam Her, Clever Derby name number 218, Slam is number 24, R Colts number 33, Helga Hufflepunk 394, Captain Jack number 420, number 45 Ammunitia, number 55 Wilhelm, number 7 Rocky Bonobo, number 901 Violet Assault, and number 921 Nicole LeDuc, the captain of Arizona Rising. The bench coach staff today is Frenchie, Hate Mitt, Fred Nets, and Billy Motion.
Skating today for the Angel City Derby Rocket Queens, we have Whiskey Bond Sweets, number 1031, Donna Diggler, number 12, Harlem Shakedown, number 125, Boo Gogi, number 215, Mandatory Beatdown, number 240, Schadenfreude, number 26, Alkali Metal, number 281, Lucifer 333, Chargentina 360, Swaggy E 405, Champagne 415, Jung Blood 462, Deck number 52, No Mames 594, Gremlin number 626, Perfect number 777, Helen Killer number 805, Bad number 86, and Mally Webster number 98. Coaching today is going to be Creepy Taco and Jack to the Future.
All right, and in that quick jam, we had Schadenfreude jamming and getting lead jam for Angel City up against Helga Hufflepunk. All right, we have Frida jamming for Arizona and Alkali Metal for Angel City. Alkali Metal, one of my favorite Angel City Derby names. And she is your lead jammer.
Frida removing that star cover and able to make it past the Angel City defense is now also clear of the pack. And that's the end of that jam.
And you may see a lot of whistles and friends in officially looking official shirts. I do want to give a shout out to our skating and non-skating officials. For this bout, we have Nacho, Biddy, Sinister Snowman, Elemental, Killikee, Chris Mays, Margie Ram, Torque Mama, Woody Hurlson, Wreck-It Ray, Mr. Woody, Red Hot, Teets, Freddie Cougar, Smacky Kennedy, Thunder Down Under, and Naya Reyes. So thank you, skating and non-skating officials. Out there, I see Youngblood, your lead jammer for Angel City, going up against Rocky Bonobo for Arizona Rising.
Youngblood getting an assist from number 777 Perfect, who I am personally starstruck by. She also skates for the Bank Track League in LA. Angel City calling that jam off.
I believe they call that being bitractual, right?
Yes, they sure do.
Flat track and bank track, friends.
Shout out to Perfect for being, well, perfect, if you will. I'm starstruck up here. Didn't know you were going to be at this tournament. That's super cool. Got Angel City on the board with 11 points, Arizona at 0 at the start of this game.
We have Zero Fox at the back of the pack for Arizona and Block Lobster for Angel City at the front of the pack. Zero Fox getting lead jammer, taking a bit of a knee there on turn 2. She is your lead jammer for Arizona Rising.
Block Lobster now also out and clear, but Zero Fox calling the jam off.
First 3 points on the board for Zero Fox. Lined up, I believe that is Helga Hufflepunk for Arizona Rising. For Angel City Rocket Queens, we have Schadenfreude, your lead jammer.
And Helga Hufflepunk also making it out for Arizona.
Pack speeding up. Arizona trying to keep their points away from that Angel City jammer. Looks like a 3-0 jam in favor of Angel City. We're 5 minutes into this game and also 5 jams in, very quick jams so far. Scores very low, 14 for Angel City, 3 for Arizona. And I believe Untouched there, Alkali Metal, lead jammer for Angel City Rocket Queens.
Frida receiving some assistance from her pivot, still really struggling with that Angel City defense. But takes advantage of a down skater in an open lane and is able to also make it out. Alkali Metal calling that jam off rather than surrender any points.
Quick 4 more points there. Zero Fox jamming for Arizona, but Young Blood out as lead jammer for Angel City. And Young Blood able to get through untouched. 4 points for Angel City. We have a little timeout, it looks like, being called by Arizona. This is a great time to let you know that while the Traveling Coffee Bean truck has left, from 11 to 3 we have the Lemongrass Shack, which is Cambodian, Asian fusion, and Thai food. They are the first Cambodian food truck in Arizona, bringing authentic Cambodian dishes to the public on wheels. And also Sana Sana is back. They have vegan, Mexican, and comfort foods. They say that their plant-based ancestral foods has a goal to heal the community through food on the Sana Sana truck. So they're here from 11 to 3 o'clock today.
Had some of their tostadas with guacamole yesterday. Very good guacamole.
Their stuff looks amazing. I keep seeing people walking around with those nachos, and I'm just like, oh.
Good stuff.
When I'm not announcing, I'm probably going to be eating. All right, we have Helga Hufflepunk against Block Lobster. Both teams kind of stuck up at the back. Block Lobster breaking off. Arizona doing a pretty decent job of recycling up to the front.
And Helga Hufflepunk grabbing that lead jammer status, sticking her tongue out to her cheering teammates and fans. Arizona with the lead jammer status. Block Lobster being recycled to the back while Helga Hufflepunk sees that open lane, takes it for a successful scoring pass. Block Lobster still stuck behind the Arizona defense. Helga Hufflepunk coming around for more points. More points for Helga Hufflepunk, a successful scoring pass. Block Lobster still being held back, but just as I say that, able to sneak by on the inside.
Both teams with 3-on-3 blocking. I take that back. Angel City now with their 1 blocker back on the track. 8-point jam for Arizona Rising, bringing them back into contention here. They've on the board with 13. Held Angel City scoreless. Their score on the board is 22.
Got a close game at this point. Arizona 13, Angel City 22. Frida for Arizona and Schadenfreude for Angel City.
Frida getting recycled back to turn 4 there right off the line. Schadenfreude out as your lead jammer for Angel City.
Schadenfreude making a scoring pass, picking up 4 points for Angel City. Arizona passing the star to Captain Jack. Captain Jack being recycled back by the Angel City defense.
Schadenfreude coming with 1 to beat at turn 2. RC Autobot getting a multiplayer. Corona Slammer also getting a multiplayer block. Arizona blockers headed to the penalty box. Oh, it looks like RC Autobot waved off. Could have been the wrong blocker left the track for that. Captain Jack still struggling to get through turns 1 and 2. Huge jam for Schadenfreude. 20 points on, sorry, excuse me, 24 points on the board for this jam. We've got RC Autobot and Nicole and Duke at the front of the pack trying to hold back Schadenfreude. Unsuccessfully, 4 more points for Angel City.
Schadenfreude making it through for another scoring pass and deciding to call that jam off. Just an incredibly successful jam for Angel City, picking up 32 points and really widening that gap. Angel City B team on the board with 54 points now. Arizona B team on the board with 13.
That was a huge 32-point jam.
There's a reason we call springing our own jammer loose stopping the bleeding, right?
Oh,
because
exactly.
It really, it's like a bleeding wound. You end up with just those points, 4 points, 4 points, 4 points, chipping away until it really becomes a big points difference there.
The pack actually rolling back to capture the jammers. We have Rocky Bonobo and Alkali Metal kind of in that scrummy pack there. Lots of whistles. Somebody's lead. It looks like it is Rocky Bonobo. There we go. Rocky able to escape the pack at turn 1.
Alkali Metal also out of the pack now.
With all those whistles, it looks like we have 2 Angel City blockers in the box, 1 Arizona blocker in the box. Rocky able to get 4 points and call it off.
Shout out to our officials who have those discerning eyes and can see those nitty-gritty little details and can tell, okay, this person has achieved lead jammer status, even in the midst of all those recycling blockers. Just incredible.
It's definitely a skill to be had. Youngblood going up against Zero Fox.
Zero Fox. Hop, skip, and a jump. Zero Fox is your lead jammer for Arizona. Youngblood still struggling through the Arizona defense, given some assistance by a blocker playing an offensive move, and Youngblood is now also out of the pack.
Oh, it looks like a cut call on Zero Fox. This is going to give Youngblood a chance to answer back with some points here. The pack really mixed up. Arizona not really given an opportunity to reform with any measurable success here. We've got a lot of one-on-one blocking happening. Now we've got Kapulani Kaupuiki headed to the penalty box. Youngblood hitting 3 Arizona blockers. Waiting for a little bit of offense from her team, it looks like. And gets 4 more points.
Zero Fox returning to the track with some speed, gaining some momentum, but still unable to get past the strong tripod built by Angel City. And finding the hole on the inside. Zero Fox is now out for another scoring pass.
You know, she just gives no fox and finds her own holes. Pack speeding up a little bit in preparation for the jammers hitting.
An offensive strike by one of the Arizona blockers. Not quite able to spring Zero Fox out of the pack. Zero Fox still struggling with Angel City in the front. Youngblood also stuck behind Arizona, and that's going to end that 2-minute jam.
Youngblood able to whip her hips around at the last second, gets all 4 points from Arizona in that jam. 4 points from Arizona for Angel City, 3 points for Arizona. 16 total for Angel City in that jam. Huge jam for Angel City. All right, on the track, we have Helga Hufflepunk going up against Lucifer. I don't believe we had a Lucifer jam yet in this half. Hufflepunk lead jammer for Arizona Rising. Lucifer with 2 to beat at the front of the pack. Helga Hufflepunk getting sent to the box for a back block. Lucifer hitting a defensive Arizona wall up there. Pack almost to a standstill. Nicole Duke instructing her team what to do so that everybody can be properly bridged.
Helga Hufflepunk out of the penalty box now and able to burst through that attempt at defense. Helga Hufflepunk says, nah, I don't think so. There's actually nothing here in front of me. Just runs right on through. Lucifer being held by a successful Arizona tripod in the front. Helga Hufflepunk struggling in the back with Angel City's strong defensive structure as well.
Both teams really having effective tripod braces.
Lucifer knocked out of bounds and taken back quite far by Arizona. Gonna have to make up a lot of ground here. Punk still being held by a strong Angel City tripod, looking for an escape route. And Helga Hufflepunk also taken back.
That was a 2-minute jam. Roller derby fans, make some noise for these skaters. Holy moly. When the dust settles, that is a 4-point advantage for Angel City. I'm sorry, a 0-0 jam, 8 points on either side. 2 minutes of work for 8 points apiece. Whew.
I feel like this happens a lot in flat track. In bank track, you don't really see that happen very much.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely a testament to how hard these teams are working.
I think the 2-minute jams, they go for so long.
Oh my gosh, they go for so long.
Oh my gosh, 2 minutes. You'd think 2 minutes is a short period of time, right? I mean, most of us live to be 80 or 90, so you'd think 2 minutes is a real short amount of time. Not when you're playing roller derby.
2 flat track minutes are definitely the longest 2 minutes of your life.
No, thank you. Yeah, it's so long.
Frida getting recycled back repeatedly to the straightaway and the jammer line. Block Lobster at the front of the pack, trying to stay in bounds, 1 to beat.
Frida being
One-on-one
held.
blocking with Kapulani Kaupuiki, lead jammer for Angel City.
Yes. Neither jammer making too much progress here. Strong tripods really not giving way at all.
Looks like we are losing 1 Arizona blocker to the box.
Block Lobster. Thought she had made it out and being sent to the penalty box for, I believe that's forearms.
Whoa, for this next 34 seconds, our jammer of note is going to be Captain Jack, pivot turn jammer from Arizona Rising. Captain Jack is a recent acquisition by Arizona Roller Derby. She came to us from, I believe it's the Prescott Leagues. I honestly should know this. One of our sister leagues in the northern part of the state. So this is her first foray being on our All-Star and B teams, our nation level skaters. So it looks like our Angel City jammer was released from the box, so we're gonna have a full jammer and blocker complement for this next jam. All right, Rocky Bonobo going up against Schadenfreude. And Schadenfreude able to sneak around the outside to get lead jammer status. Rocky Bonobo doing that same motion, getting around the outside as they are following. Oh, beautiful 180 on 1 foot to get those points, and Schadenfreude calls it off. That is some fancy jamming right there.
You see the Arizona team going in for some high fives because everybody who plays roller derby can recognize what a beautiful move that was. Everybody wants a high five after somebody does something cool like that. That was awesome. Number 26, jammer for Angel City. That was some cool footwork.
We have about 10 minutes left in this half. Angel City is on the board with 85, Arizona with 36.
Zero Fox jamming for Arizona and Alkali Metal for Angel City. Alkali Metal getting that lead jammer status for Angel City. Zero Fox nearly out of the pack there and taken out of bounds by Perfect, who I'm still a giant fan of. Alkali Metal seeing a giant open lane, uncovered, and runs for that.
Alkali Metal is definitely going to capitalize on this power jam situation. Sassy Me Claudine headed to the penalty box as well. Arizona attempting to set up their shape, but getting a little bit of friction there from other Angel City blockers. Seems like each turn that Alkali Metal makes, one of our Arizona blockers gets sent to the box for multiplayer. We are now down to 2 blockers on the track, plus our jammer has made it back as well.
Zero Fox taken out of bounds again by Perfect. It's really cool to see her not only playing flat track, but also blocking so effectively, because when she plays bank track, she is usually a jammer and a very successful one at that. So we are seeing Zero Fox being held in place by the Angel City defense, while Alkali Metal is coming back around for more points, but taken out of bounds by number 211 of Arizona, taking quite a ways back here. And an open lane. Alkali Metal has completed another scoring pass.
Almost at the end of that jam. In fact, we only had about 5 seconds left before the 2 minutes would have elapsed anyway.
Very successful jam for Angel City there. 20 points added to the board for Angel City, bringing them above the century mark. 105 points there for Angel City, with Arizona's team at 36 points. Just under 8 minutes left in this first half of the game.
That is a huge score for only 8 minutes left in the first half. On the track, we've got Youngblood and Helga Hufflepunk. Arizona lining up in the front consistently. Youngblood able to push through that last blocker, getting lead jammer, honestly, before turn 1 for Youngblood. Helga Hufflepunk getting taken out and recycled back to the straightaway.
Youngblood completing a scoring pass, able to make it past the last blocker. Star pass to Captain Jack of Arizona. Captain Jack receiving the star once again and getting into a scoring position to stop the bleeding for Arizona. Youngblood putting trust in her blockers to keep Captain Jack in check. Youngblood coming around for more points. Captain Jack struggling with the Angel City blockers in the front.
Angel City blocker number 86, Bad, doing a great job of disrupting Arizona's inversion and shapes to get in the way and get their blocker through. Captain Jack looking to line up for another hit here. Not having a lot of success getting through this Angel City defense. Angel City's bench just saying, you know what, keep running it, keep running it.
Fancy
Another 4
footwork
points
by Youngblood there, able to make it out on the outside line. Captain Jack out as well and in a scoring position.
And that is the natural conclusion to our 2-minute jam. Skater fans, are you enjoying what you're seeing out here today?
Woo-hoo! Woo!
This is some really hard fought derby. That was a almost 20-point jam for Angel City, 4 points for Arizona.
Block Lobster for Angel City and Frida for Arizona on the line. Just a real tight pack here. Neither jammer making any progress in these first moments. Block Lobster held in the front by the Arizona defense, but they are pushed out of play. Block Lobster achieving the lead jammer status for Angel City.
I believe I see RC Autobot heading to the penalty box. Frida getting recycled back to turns 3 and 4. Almost out of play there by Perfect. Frida trying to take advantage of that strung out Angel City pack. In fact, gets a penalty instead. So this is going to be another 30 seconds unopposed for Block Lobster. This is definitely not what Arizona needs right now. Angel City is taking that momentum and just running with it. Angel City deciding to call the jam while Frida is still standing in the box, giving them a bit of a power start here for, I believe that might be Schadenfreude. This is Angel City's second game of the tournament there. Schadenfreude, your lead jammer for Angel City.
Receiving a really successful offensive strike there and being able to take advantage of that now open lane. Now in a scoring position, Arizona blockers trying to get back together to build a defensive structure, not really seeing one coming together, and Schadenfreude is out for another scoring pass for Angel City. Frida is on the track jamming for Arizona, star removed. We do see a successful star pass by Arizona.
Sassy Mean Claudine, that's right, on her way around.
Very important to stop the bleeding there. Good job, Arizona, getting their jammer out. Hopefully being able to prevent too many more points being scored by Angel City.
Sassy Mean Claudine taken out and down on the jam or pivot line. Recycling back in. Meanwhile, Schadenfreude has 4 more points on the board. Frida trying to do some offense for her jammer. Angel City really doing a great job of coming back up and recycling in front of the Arizona jammer. Looks like we do have a little bit of a penalty problem now on the Angel City side. We have 3 Angel City blockers out, 1 on their way back in here. Sassy Mean Claudine with just 1 on the track to beat. Even though Schadenfreude is the lead jammer, she is running this for the full 2 minutes. Very smart for Angel City. Keep getting those points and keep using up that clock. That was a 20-point jam in favor of Angel City, only 8 points for Arizona, so 12 differential.
About 1 minute left in the first half.
Oh my gosh, that just flew by.
It really did.
We've had so many, I feel like, yeah, we've had a lot of really quick jams and then a lot of really just long, laborious jams.
Not much in between. It's kind of been pretty extreme, either
definitely.
Quick call off with that jammer race or a jam that just goes for the whole 2 minutes.
It just goes for days, either no lead jammer or just taking that full 2-minute opportunity to get as many points as possible. I definitely want to give a shout out to some of our sponsors. If you're in-house, I believe we're going to be selling beer as of 12 o'clock noon. So head over to the merch table and get your ID checked, or I'm sorry, the concession table and get your ID checked, because we do have beer from Huss Brewing Company as well as Mother Brunch Brewing. We also are sponsored by Angel's Trumpet Ale House, which is the location of our official after party. It's at 44th Street, just 10 minutes north of Ability 360. So go over and check out some of our delicious beer. If you are not a beer drinker, or if 12:15 is a little too early for you, we do have other concessions, snacks and sodas and things over there as well.
It's Sunday though, go get a beer at noon, treat yourself.
I mean, it's tournament day, like, I feel like anything goes.
Exactly.
I mean, what time is it in Canberra? I'm sure it's late enough to drink.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Go have a beer for me. I've got to be announcing all day, and you probably don't want me drunk up here, so you have a beer for me.
Tipsy announcing is sometimes dangerous.
I'm sure it can be fun, but it might get a little confused up here.
Yeah, right.
Alkali Metal jamming for Angel City, Rocky Bonobo for Arizona. Neither jammer in a clear position to get through at this point. Alkali Metal struggling with the Arizona blockers in the front and just barely getting around with a little fist pump, getting that lead jammer status. We do have a skater down.
We have a skater down.
So want to give a shout out and a thank you to our medical staff who are immediately on the scene and making sure that everyone is going to be all right. We're taking a look.
We're super grateful to have our medics on staff with us, and anytime a skater has to have a jam called for them, if they can leave on their skates, we're super grateful. Our EMTs for Sunday are Brooke Hamlet, Destiny Hamlet, Tyra Bonaz, Victor Waterman, Shelby Lutz, Wade Townsend, and Ronnie. So we're super thankful.
Always good to see a skater get back up and away with minimal assistance.
Yeah. You know, we also want to give a thank you to Next Care Urgent Care. They definitely help us out by keeping our emergency medical supplies replenished, managed by a former Derby player at Arizona Roller Derby. We definitely hope not to use these supplies too often, but with the help of Next Care Urgent Care, we are ready. And friends, we are just on day 2 of this Cactus Cup tournament. We had 6 games yesterday. We're gonna have 5 games today. We just finished Santa Cruz and Canberra's A teams, You are currently watching Arizona versus Angel City's B teams. And now, right after this game at 11:30, we're going to welcome back Santa Cruz's B teams taking on the Canberra B team to really just duke out some of that great derby that we've been watching all weekend. Little fun fact, so Santa Cruz is ranked 15th in WIFTDA. Canberra is ranked 20th, and that's as the league. It's not necessarily the specific rank for the B teams, but it gives you a good idea about how close or competitive these games are going to be. Right now, Arizona is ranked 19th, and Angel City is ranked 6th, so you can kind of tell where that lands us with our score and our competitive play. Really, really good high-level derby. On the track right now, we have Zero Fox jamming for the Arizona B team, Youngblood jamming for the Angel City B team. We got Youngblood fighting through the Arizona tripod at the front of the pack, almost out of play, and Zero Fox at the back. Youngblood is your lead jammer from Angel City.
Youngblood able to maintain that inbound status, keeping her skates on the track. Able to push those blockers out of play to achieve that lead jammer status. And sneaking past those blockers one more time for a successful scoring pass. Zero Fox now in a scoring position, so Youngblood's gonna call that jam off, and that will take us into halftime. We have a 15-minute intermission. Arizona is on the board with 48, Angel City with 160 points.
And if you are on Derby Twitter in just about an hour at 1:20, just before the next game, we are going to have a Derby Twitter big photo up here at the announcer table. So 1:20 in about an hour. Held yourself up to the announcer table for a Derby Twitter photo. All right, roller derby fans, it looks like Arizona is lined up. Helga Hufflepunk ready to jam for Arizona Rising.
Hi, Helga Hufflepunk. You're awesome.
You're
Yay.
awesome. Make sure you come up here at 1:20, Helga Hufflepunk, for Derby Twitter photogs. Helga Hufflepunk does hold down Derby Twitter with abandon. Schadenfreude jamming for Angel City. They are the Rocket Queens, also a really fun name. A hush falls over the audience as we wait. We're having a little bit of reverse derby. The entire pack sucking back to capture those those two jammers. It looks like Schadenfreude actually doing a little bit of blocking on Hufflepunk before making her own escape there. Schadenfreude sneaking through the outside, taking out Corona Slammer to get through as lead jammer.
Helga Hufflepunk also out of the pack now. Woo! Pretty fantastic apex jump by Schadenfreude there.
4 points, successful for Schadenfreude.
Helga Hufflepunk putting the pressure on and forcing the call off with only the 4 points from Angel City.
Yeah, let's see how Angel City and Arizona adjust their gameplay now with 1/2 under their belts here. Neither team has played each other in this tournament so far. A lot of learning going on.
Frida for Arizona and Alkali Metal for Angel City. Not a lot of movement in the first couple seconds here.
Now, I thought I heard Alkali Metal was a junior for Angel City who aged up when I was watching some of the championship play. And so she is definitely showing herself as a super strong, experienced jammer. 4 points for Angel City.
Captain Jack receiving the star again for Arizona. Arizona making a point so far in the second half to spring their jammers loose and stop that bleeding. And once again, Arizona forcing the call off on Angel City. Angel City picking up 8 points in that jam. Arizona 0.
Great hit there by Ryan Colts to force that call off, get Alkali Metal kind of shaken up to call it off. Lined up, we have Zero Fox and Youngblood. Again, both teams are sucking back on those jammers to eliminate any movement that they might have. Very distinct difference from some of our other games where we've had packs lining up at the pivot line. Jammers get a running start to the pack. Youngblood lead jammer for Angel City. Zero Fox stashing that star. 4 more points. 4 in the sky for Youngblood. Ooh. Big hit by number 805, Helen Killer. She'll get sent to the box. Knocked Zero Fox's glasses off of her face, actually. Big hit to the outside by Frida, recycling Youngblood all the way back to the straightaway. Another long jam here. Youngblood is your lead jammer. We have about 30 seconds left here, and she is not calling it. Zero Fox also not quite in point scoring position yet either. Zero Fox reversing a little bit, I think trying to get a little bit of space in between her and the Angel City blockers. Another big hit to the inside by Helen Killer. And another 4 points for Youngblood for Angel City.
Zero Fox actually taking Youngblood to the outfield in the last seconds of that jam. Really rough jam there for Arizona.
Yeah, Zero Fox taking up the defense mantle there, trying to hit the jammer if she can't get through as a jammer herself. All right, everyone lined up. I believe we have an empty penalty box. Sassy Mean Claudine jamming against Black Lobster. Perfect recycling Sassy Mean Claudine past the jammer line.
I thought you were commenting on the type of recycling, like it was a perfect recycle, but it was a recycle by perfect. Both are correct, honestly.
Why not both, right?
Why not both? ¿Por qué no los dos? Yeah, absolutely. Black Lobster achieving that lead jammer status for Angel City. Sassy Lamine recycled back, removing the star cover. And Sassy Lamine able to stash the star and make it through the pack, returning that star to the helmet to be in an active jammer position, forcing the call off from Angel City. No points for Arizona in that jam. Angel City able to pick up 8 points. Arizona at 48, Angel City 193.
So our viewers on stream, we have about 24 minutes left. Arizona on the board with 48, Angel City 193. Looks like we have one Arizona blocker in the box. It's RC Autobot. Helga Hufflepunk jamming for Arizona. Schadenfreude jamming for Angel City. Helga Hufflepunk pushing her way, trying to push her way through Helen Killer at the front of the pack. Finds an inside lane, and she is your lead jammer for Arizona.
Some incredible clinging to the inside, refusing to go out of bounds there by Helga Hufflepunk. Now back in a scoring position, sees an open lane.
We have a 1-2 blocking pair of Helen Killer at the front of the pack with, might have been Whiskey Von Sweets.
Helga Hufflepunk getting her points and calling off the jam.
Quick 4 points for Arizona, unanswered by Angel City. That's got to feel good for Arizona Rising right now.
4 points awarded to Hufflepunk. They're so supportive.
All right, on the jammer line, we've got Alkali Metal going up against Zero Fox. I might personally take up a fund to get Zero Fox either Spoggles or Contacts after this tournament. Alkali Metal, lead jammer for Arizona, or for Angel City, excuse me.
Yes, with some fantastic footwork. Zero Fox seeing an open lane, committing to it. And she is out of the pack as well. Forcing some quick thinking on Alkali Metal's part. Alkali Metal with that awareness, calling the jam off. Looks like 3 points for Angel City going up on the board, and no points for Arizona in that jam.
Arizona was very close to scoring, and that was a very precise call off. That's why we skate through all 4 whistles for sure. All right, we have Sassy Mean Claudine for Arizona and Youngblood for Angel City.
Youngblood playing some defense right off the line there. Just pushing Sassy Mean back and holding
absolutely
her.
No space is being given to either of these jammers. Sassy Mean Claudine able to sneak through on the outside. She is receiving a cut track call. Looks like she might have stepped out on that outside line. So Youngblood is our lead jammer for Arizona, or I'm sorry, for Angel City Derby, excuse me.
Youngblood able to make it through on the inside.
Arizona setting up for their power jam formation here. Angel City doing a great job of wrecking that formation, forcing Arizona to think on their feet and reform. Youngblood able to sneak through on that outside lane. Sassy Mean Claudine wanting to avoid another cut track call, gets recycled back to the straightaway. Arizona with that inverted tripod shape at the front of the pack. Angel City with a similar inverted tripod at the back. They are short one blocker who's coming in now.
Arizona with a slight advantage for blockers in the front there.
I believe that is Helen Killer coming to support her blockers here.
Arizona recycling Youngblood to the back, while Sassy Mean is now out and trying to get past those blockers as well. Lots of cheering from the audience here.
Angel City bench yelling something to their team, but didn't quite hear it. 15 points for Angel City's unanswered for Arizona Roller Derby.
Angel City breaking the 200-point mark, so Angel City now at 211 points, Arizona with 52 points, just under 20 minutes left in the second half of this B-level game for these two teams.
Super excited to bring to you the 1:30 game, the Santa Cruz B team versus the Canberra B team at 1:30. Again, frequently what we've been seeing, the jam starts and all of the blockers rush to take the space of the jammers behind them. We're sneaking back into turn 4 now. We have Helga Hufflepunk going up against Block Lobster. Just now back at the jammer line here.
Strong defense being played by both teams. Helga Hufflepunk with some assists from one of her blockers, able to make a pass, almost taken out, but keeps her feet strong under her, and she is out as your lead jammer for Arizona.
That was almost 40 seconds of no lead jammer before Helga Hufflepunk was able to emerge. Blocker 215 Bugogi doing a great job of holding down the front of the pack. Hufflepunk able to put 4 on the board for Arizona. You may be able to tell we are in Arizona right now because the crowd is losing their minds.
Don't lose your minds yet, y'all. We've got like, what, 3 games left today?
Still have 3 games, still have 17 minutes left in this game. I am super excited for the last couple of games. Arizona A team versus Canberra at 3:15. And then the same friends that you're seeing on the track versus Baja.
Schadenfreude out, lead jammer for Angel City.
Virtually untouched. Did not see Schadenfreude getting a whole lot of friction there. Zero Fox getting pushed to the outside and recycled back. Schadenfreude with 1 and 2 to beat, able to bounce around and get through for 4 more points. Zero Fox coming up against Helen Killer again at the front of the pack.
Arizona just barely missing keeping the jammer, so taking the opportunity to play a bit of offense for their jammer, nearly springing Zero Fox loose, but she is unfortunately taken out of bounds. And we do have Schadenfreude making another successful scoring pass. Zero Fox sent to the penalty box for a forearms penalty.
There's a lot of one-on-one blocking happening up at the front of the pack there. Schadenfreude getting hit to the outside by Slam or Captain Jack. Always great sportswomanship, sports teamship, helping up that blocker who you just laid out. That's what Derby's all about. I personally love to give the high five to the blockers that I hit out after the 4 whistle, though, not during the game.
Whenever I see a blocker take a jammer out real hard, the whistle blows and then they help each other up.
Yeah.
Makes me think of, you know, going to mosh pits and seeing concerts with my brother when I was a kid. You know, it's like, it's the same thing. We're out here to hit each other and then we're out here to pick each other back up.
That's right, that's right.
Alkali Metal for Angel City, Zero Fox for Arizona. Alkali Metal, your lead jammer for Angel City.
Alkali Metal looking a little surprised that she got out so quickly.
It is, yes.
Zero Fox standing in the box.
Still a power jam for Angel City for the next couple seconds.
Arizona doing their best to keep their bodies in front of Alkali Metal. You know, she is able to exploit only a couple of inches of spare space on that track. She is quite tall, but able to juke around just fine. That is one great thing about roller derby is it does take all body types. Alkali Metal coming up against a tripod of Chelsea Winkle, RC Autobot, and I believe that's Corona Slam her at the front of the pack. We've got all 4 Angel City blockers at the back of the pack just laying into Zero Fox. Zero Fox looking for maybe some offense from Ammunitia.
Arizona just stretching that pack as far as they can until they do finally become out of play and have to let Alkali Metal go. Alkali Metal now has eyes on another scoring pass. Runs up against the Arizona defensive structure in the back with Zero Fox jumping in on that defense, but unfortunately unable to hold Alkali Metal, who is out for another scoring pass. Currently 12 points on the board for Angel City.
Oh man. It did take a couple of beats for that star pass to happen, and in those couple of seconds, Angel City was able to reform around Chelsea Winkle and prevent her from skating on through. This seems to be the MO for Angel City, skating the full 2 minutes even though we have lead, raking in all of those points.
4 points for Arizona in that jam with the successful star pass. 17 points for Angel City, bringing Angel City to 246, Arizona to 60. 13 minutes, just over 13 minutes left in this game.
And so if you are in the venue and you are hungry, we definitely have the Lemongrass Shack, our Cambodian food truck, out front, as well as Sana Sana, plant-based ancestral foods with a goal to heal the community through food.
Frida jamming for Arizona, Lucifer for Angel City. Frida pushing at the front of that pack there.
I believe this is Lucifer's second jam of the game, only the first time in this half. She was unsuccessful in the first half. She is the lead jammer now. Frida with 2 to beat does step out of bounds and gets recycled back to turn 4.
Lucifer finding an open lane is able to shoot right through there and come around for another scoring pass.
Lucifer able to get a little bit of speed but gets taken out by Violent Assaults. Lucifer comes in face first to Kapulani Kaupuiki.
Frida with a star stash is now successfully out of the pack, giving some instructions to her blockers. Try to score as many points for Arizona as possible. Lucifer taken to the inside by Arizona blocker number 33. Number 33 taking out number 333. And Lucifer calling that jam off, saying that's enough, that'll do. 3 points there for Arizona, 10 for Angel City.
Solid Angel City jam for sure. Not a jammer that we are familiar with in this game, at least so far, but still scoring, getting that 7-point differential in favor of Angel City. And we have Sassy Me Claudine going up against Block Lobster. Both teams kind of stuck there on the straightaway, one big pack.
Block Lobster, true to her name, played a small bit of defense there, keeping Sassy Mean back. Sassy Mean now recycled to the back of the pack. Block Lobster in the front.
Down to the last 2 Arizona blockers at the front of the pack. That's Corona Slammer and I believe RC Autobot.
Trying to keep themselves as slow as possible to be able to keep that jam running as long as they can.
Trying to keep themselves slow and legal. That is so difficult. Now the pack is converging on Sassy Mean Claudine. Successful jammer star handoff to RC Autobot.
RC Autobot now ready to stop this bleeding in a scoring position for Arizona, successfully forcing the call off from Angel City, keeping Arizona scoreless in this jam, and keeping Angel City to only 4 points.
Angel City just managing the clock. They can call it right at the last second. It's not going to hurt them at all. I see Helga Hufflepunk over there jamming for Arizona. Probably young blood next to her. Arizona has been staying out of the penalty box much better in this half. Angel City down 1 blocker. Doing that move where we, when the whistle blows, we go back. And Hufflepunk able to emerge on the outside.
Helga Hufflepunk always calm, cool, and collected. Just pushing with the tenacity one would expect from a Hufflepuff.
That's exactly right.
Football pushing past those last blockers here. Helga Hufflepunk says, excuse me, I got somewhere to be.
And I believe there was a helmet cover transfer and now a penalty for that skater. So we have a power jam in favor of Arizona. I wonder if there's any Arizona roller derby fans in the house today.
4 more points for Arizona. Helga Hufflepunk pushing on those blockers, and it seems like they gained some penalties trying to keep her back. So now we do have a track advantage, a real track advantage for Arizona. Almost everybody in the box from Angel City. So see if Arizona can take advantage of this situation. Really advantageous situation for Arizona. Helga Hufflepunk taken out of bounds while the Angel City jammer Helen Killer back on the track. And that's going to be the end of that jam. Very successful jam for Helga Hufflepunk representing Arizona. 15 points on the board for Arizona, keeping Angel City to no points there.
That might be the largest jam in favor of Arizona from the game. You know, we had that one big jam in the first half that might have been 15 or 16, but this is definitely up there. And of course, Helga Hufflepunk is a crowd favorite.
She's pretty cool.
Here.
She's pretty cool.
She's pretty cool.
I'm a Helga Hufflepunk fan.
All
Pack
right,
sucking back on Frida and Schadenfreude.
Oh man, we are playing some very slow reverse derby here. Somebody is getting a penalty. Frida is getting a penalty. I didn't quite see what it was.
Power jam trade-off. We now have a power jam for Angel City. Schadenfreude picking up the lead jammer status. Seen a lot of really successful jamming from number 26 Schadenfreude during this bout.
Youngblood hitting the pack, taking a spill, hopping right back up. Arizona really just trying to contain. This is a very explosive blocker, or very explosive jammer here, excuse me. Arizona also down a blocker. We have a 3-4 pack advantage for Angel City, and it is showing by the ease with which Schadenfreude is coming through the pack. Frida able to push her way through, perfect to get out. And a back block called on Frida, sending her back to the penalty box.
Interestingly, in bank track derby, you can't get a back block penalty unless someone falls, but I did learn recently that here in WFTDA and in flat track, if you intentionally hit right in the skater's back, then you can be called for a back block penalty on that. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah, that's actually a new change.
Oh, really?
It used to be if it impacted play in a more significant way, that if the person fell or was obviously pushed forward, and now you can get a back block if it just appears to impact play, where it's just even just a gentle, I want to say gentle nudge, but you know, it's roller derby, so take that with a grain of salt. But yeah, so having impact on the back really is being a much more called penalty. It's much more frowned upon. And so yeah, you can get back blocks, and I feel like you can also get forearms really easily without actually knowing it.
Seems like a transfer of focus to the intentionality of the block and just trying to keep our skaters safe out there, huh?
Well, and you can definitely get hurt still, even if you aren't falling from a back block, because for our friends in the audience or on the stream who aren't fully aware, it's really when you get hit in the middle of your back And there's lots of stuff back there that you don't want to mess with. You don't want to get a kidney punch or anything. So yeah, any impact to that illegal target zone can get you into the penalty box. So yeah, and you've seen, at least in this game and actually over the full weekend, the speed with which some of these skaters can come through, and so damage can really be done and not even registered until after the game. So we have an official review being called by Arizona, and one of our friendly ref friends let us know what's going on. I suspect it is with that call on the Arizona jammer, but we'll get some clarification really quick.
Arizona was seeking an official review on that back block penalty on their jammer. The call will stand. What was in question was whether the Angel City blocker had moved into the path, but the call will stand with the decision that the blocker was pretty much already in that lane. So the call is going to stand according to our officials. Thank you, officials,
awesome.
for all that you do and for getting to the nitty-gritty details of that situation, making sure we got everything going the way that it should be going.
We love that we also have officials who will come up and tell us so that we can tell you. And yeah, it does actually matter if you are a blocker and you step directly into the path of somebody and then they back block you. It's a little bit tougher to call if they could not avoid hitting you versus if you were just standing there and they ran into you anyway. So yeah, it sounds like it was the second option here. The officials are saying that the blocker was already there and the jammer ran into her. So we are going to start with Alkali Metal jamming solo for Angel City. We have a kind of a mixed up pack on the line there. Alkali Metal finding that outside line and is your lead jammer for Angel City. Angel City doing a great job of sort of messing up the shapes Arizona is making at the front of the pack. And
whistles being called. Got a penalty on an Arizona blocker.
Looks like
Alkali Metal takes advantage of the fewer blockers on the track and is able to make it through.
Ammunition heading out for that forearm call. Frida now hitting the pack though. Able to make it through inbounds after repeated hits on the outside lane. Oh.
Repeatedly clinging to that track, but unfortunately actually getting a track cut penalty, so must have stepped out at some point there.
Oh, we are going to have
both jammers have track cut penalties.
Little jammer do-si-do here. Frida is going to serve a couple of seconds, and then Alkali Metal will serve the same number of seconds that Frida does. It's not a full 30, because we cannot play Derby without a jammer. So if Frida served 15 seconds, then that's what Alkali Metal will serve right now. This will be a full 2-minute jam, which is actually no different than many of the jams in this game.
Lots of 2-minute jams.
About 40 seconds left here. Both jammers back in play. Helen Killer just holding down the front of the pack. And
wow.
Frida did step out and did not recycle back correctly. We have another cut track call on Frida Bralo. About 17 seconds left in this jam, so we will probably start out in a power jam situation in the next jam. Looks like multiplayer block being called on Ammunition. Alkali Metal getting recycled back to the outside of turn 3 as the jam expires. That was a lot of action for 2 minutes of Derby. Holy moly.
Sure was.
We have about a 200-point game here. Angel City on the board with 284. Arizona on the board with 78, and 4 minutes left in this game.
I have a theory, Ravelin, that you know, as we do play these long tournament weekends and everybody gets a little bit tired, you know, get a little bit worn out, each of our skaters are so technical with their footwork, those tiny little spaces, and so I'm sure that's why some of those cut track calls are happening with those tiny little spaces there.
Oh yeah, definitely. Looks like that is Lucy for her second jam of the half for Angel City. Frida back out of the box for Arizona. Lucifer looking for some offense there from number 215, Bulgogi.
clinging to the track, able to get past those last Arizona blockers and stay inbounds is Lucifer, coming around for another scoring pass. We have a successful star pass by Arizona. We now have our jammer for Arizona, Autobot.
That is RC Autobot, pivot turn jammer. Getting that strategy done though, getting out and forcing the call off with only 8 points on the board for Angel City.
Considering that Angel City has been able to stack up lots of points, getting 16-point jams, 20-point jams, holding them to 4 points or 8 points is a really good thing.
We do have, oh, we are lining up way farther away than we normally do.
Let's see if they stay there or if they all suck back. We'll see. Oh, as we speak.
There we go, 5-second rule, magic rule there. We come back at 5 seconds. Zero Fox able to get through right behind. Youngblood takes out Youngblood on the straightaway.
Zero Fox got some aggression on her side. She's had some frustrating moments in this bout, and she is able to take the other jammer out and put herself in a good scoring position for Arizona.
Angel City bench vehemently telling Youngblood to call it off before Foxy can score.
That was really cool.
I do love when jammers will take that initiative and hit another jammer. And, you know, we've seen those two matchups a lot this afternoon, or this afternoon. So, yeah, that was something really satisfying about seeing that.
Great job in that jam there, Zero Fox, and great call off by Youngblood there.
So the jam has started. We haven't moved much.
Has the jam started?
Go ahead.
It has. It had started, but there was so little movement. It left me wondering.
We're just kind of dancing around there. Helga Hufflepunk and Block Lobster fighting their way through. And Helga Hufflepunk, lead jammer for Arizona Rising. Ooh, Block Lobster finding some space on the inside. Helga Hufflepunk sneaking through on the inside as well, getting her 4 points and calling it off. We are gonna have I hear a whistle. Let's see what Wreck-It Ray says. Are we having a timeout? We are having a timeout, thank you, Ray. Timeout Arizona. Arizona probably just taking a second to regroup and make sure we finish strong here. Again, if you are a member of Derby Twitter, we're gonna have a photograph taken up here at the announcer table at 1:20, just before the 1:30 bout. 1:30, we are welcoming the B team from Santa Cruz back to the track to go against the B team from Canberra. Sure to be a hard-hitting, exciting bout. Both of these teams have just been bringing so much fire and intensity to these games. Also, Canberra has a really great cheering section that I get to sit near. Just for reference, Canberra is ranked 20th in the world, and our next team, Santa Cruz, is ranked 15th in the world. And those are league rankings, but you have to imagine their B teams are probably fairly close to those ranks as well. So really great high-level derby coming up at 1:30. Looks like next whistle is going to end the timeout. We're going to have our last jam or so. Helga Hufflepunk back on the track against Alkali Metal. Two very strong, very successful jammers in this game.
Looks like that last jam wasn't enough for Helga Hufflepunk. She's still got energy. It's the last jam. Might as well get out there. And
honestly, she has what seems like limitless energy both on and off the track.
It's really true. And she is out. Lead jammer status for Arizona. Just what we've come to expect from Helga Hufflepunk. Alkali Metal is also out. Angel City successfully springing their jammer loose. Helga Hufflepunk fighting with Perfect and with number
Helen Killer up at the front.
Helga Hufflepunk taking Perfect down, getting past number 805. Is that Helen Killer?
Those, yeah, definitely the Angel City blockers at the front of the pack are really doing a great job of holding it down. Hufflepunk coming up against a super strong tripod at the front of the pack. Alkali Metal hitting their respective tripod from Arizona at the back of the pack. Alkali Metal able to get through with 4 points. Right now, both teams are matched 4-4. Hufflepunk, I assume, gonna get her points and call it.
Punk able to make it past perfect on the inside there. Alkali Metal also making it pass on the inside, but getting called for a track cut penalty and being sent to the penalty box. Making this a power jam for our final jam in this bout, with Helga Hufflepunk still maintaining that lead jammer status. Fighting now with the Angel City blockers, all of the Arizona contingent coming in for some offensive strikes, springing their jammer loose for more points for Helga Hufflepunk, almost taken out right at the tail end of the engagement zone there by Perfect, but making it on pass.
Crowd is, of course, a home team crowd, losing their minds over this huge jam for Helga Hufflepunk. 12 points currently.
Helga Hufflepunk making one more pass, and that's gonna end the jam.
High fives from Alkali Metal and Helga Hufflepunk to end that jam. Looks like for that jam, 16 points for Arizona, 8 points for Angel City. Our unofficial score, Angel City just cresting the 3rd century mark with 300, Arizona at 98. Please come and give these skaters a high five.
If you thought that was a fantastic last jam, which let's admit, that was a fantastic last jam, come on down and high five your favorite skaters.
Go ahead and join us back here at 1:30 for Santa Cruz's B team versus Canberra's B team. And if you're a member of Derby Twitter, come on up to the announcer table. Really quick, friends, we are doing an official review. It looks like it was called by Angel City. So 1 second. Also, Angel City birthday. We're going to let you know what the results of that official review are.
Angel City was looking for a low block on the jammer, but the call will end up standing, so.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the game. Make sure you give a high five to your Derby fans and thank your refs. And I do want to remind everyone that Ability 360 is a scent-free zone. That means no sprays, perfumes, smoking, or vaping while inside. The designated smoking area is the 2nd floor of the parking garage. Again, there's no smoking or vaping while inside. That is the designated smoking area is the 2nd floor of the garage.